So the 100 Years, 100 Faces project is a celebration of everything that's come in the last 100 years. We've tried to be as concise as possible with the visuals to obviously celebrate 100 key figures. Done a variety of things within the city to spur on other people or ultimately champion the city. So that does include some honorary Stokies as well as actual Stokies. And then there's a load of little hidden nuggets in the actual mural, so look out for those.
We've developed this unknown character, this young girl who's at the forefront of the mural, and she's been presented with the history from a book, essentially, a book that's Stoke, true Stoke, a book. She is witnessing essentially like history unfolding. We didn't want it to be too retrospective. Obviously you've got to pay homage to what came before you, but also we wanted it to act as an inspiration, as a jumping board for people to move forward. Going, oh, Stoke was a wonderful place, because Stoke is a wonderful place.
And we've shrouded the entire mural. So the actual passers-by, to them I imagine they just think walls getting painted or rendered or something. Now work's starting to show and you can just see maybe like an ear on the very edge of the wall. We're seeing people stop and look in. People are saying, you know, is this the centenary mural wall? They're aware of it. The great thing of having that in place is that it's weatherproof to a degree. The flip of the coin is when it's really hot, it's a greenhouse in there. So all in all, it's been a great experience because we can just head down and get into the actual work, which is rare in the public realm.
The first week was terrifying when you're harnessed up and you're 4 or 5 stories up. Conditions that I'm not used to working in. I'm used to sitting in a desk. Rob's made it very safe. Safety, he's very good at that. We've used these VR headsets to do the stencils essentially. We were originally going to do doodle grids and blow everything up, but to do that on that scale, I feel would have taken probably, weeks. We imported each metre square, blew it up to the metre square on the wall, used that as a projection to draw from. As we got higher up the scaffolding, it became more and more terrifying. So it was imperative that we're both clipped in. But it's been very helpful to have everything digital because we could then pass that over to headsets. We worked out I have around about 2 to 2.5 hours, is it, per portrait? We've been making really good progress, especially with the help of tools like the VR headsets.
I think the importance of working with Stoke-on-Trent City Centre bid in these projects is that they've always had a belief since day one that artwork can transform an area. What Stoke-on-Trent City Centre bid do, which is phenomenal, is that they trust from a grassroots level that work of quality can be delivered. It's really exciting to have their full trust and backing. Working with Alastair Barnett on this project, knowing that this was his largest mural too, and my largest and most ambitious project to date, it's been a great combination of trust, belief and growth on all sides, which I love.
I certainly, as a kid, would have appreciated seeing something like this around. There was a brilliant mural in the Pottery Centre, wasn't there? It was creepy in places, but that really inspired me as a child. And and then that inspired me to maybe go to Hanley Museum, have a little look around there. I used to spend hours drawing the stuffed animals in there. I feel like these projects are like a torch in the dark. We're lighting something up, we're making it accessible, we are bringing it out into the open and making it a space for people to enjoy, hopefully.
What makes this mural so special? You don't have to be from Stoke to love Stoke. The people and the product and what we're about and what the potential we have, I think that's really, really important too. To have your name and your place here, someone at some point, and there's so many of those people, saw and believed in something that they could aspire to in the city, whether that was a growth of their business, a growth of their community. Thank every single one of them for doing that because it's made the city so great and why we're here today. It's incredibly rewarding as a local artist to work on this project. I think what it means to the city and what it means to us to now be in that limelight where we become those artists is something I kind of can't get my head around. It's massively rewarding. I imagine it's not going to be a quick visit once you start finding the hidden gems in it, and I'm hoping that it becomes a source of fun, inspiration. It's quite light-hearted in places. We didn't want something that was overly serious. If we can invoke some sense of pride, that would be incredible.
For me, if anything, I resonate with the unknown figure. I'm probably more interested to know who the next 100 people will be over the next 100 years. It's great to see what we've achieved, but also how do we then take that? How do we keep the city moving forward and relevant and push our creativity?
The city is going through its infancy in terms of renewal, but I think we can really sort of jolt that forward. It's beautiful because we get to work with councils, with schools, colleges, local people coming into town to see this. It's going to be such a spectacle when the scaffolding's down. We can't wait to see it, so it's going to be great.